he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Haskins going to try and run. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
He's tackled.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find them.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
3rd and 13.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
The ball carrier.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. In your face. Check 3. Check.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, Eason. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You got nothing left. You got nothing.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Following the fumble recovery, Eason. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there. A first down.
11-yard line.
Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up. Mike 56. Mike 56. 3 bus, 3 bus, 3 bus.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
End of the first quarter with no score.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Get in the way, 79. 56 to Mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Here we go, here we go. Alert flare,
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the gun is Eason. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across midfield to the 48.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a carry for Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Line 55, line 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Eason on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes this Washington 7, Colts 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Eason. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd down. Here's Eason. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
It's now 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now some pointing up front and a flag down. This might just move them back 5. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the
line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 8 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
They go play action with Eason. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Ray Burton, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
58, right over there, yeah.
Play action. It's Eason. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. He completes this one to Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Eason. He'll go up top here for Hamler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
And I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Play action. Haskins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Washington.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Haskins will throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run the counter. Gibson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start by handing this off to Mack. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
You know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Eason. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Here's Eason to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run here with Mack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here's Haskins to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
And 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. I got you. I got you.
Operating from the gun. Eason looking long for Thomas. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now he'll escape to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Eason. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll run it with Mack, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun, Eason. This will be caught at about the 5.
2-point conversion.
And he will not get there. He comes up short.
15.
And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The tackle there by George Odom.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38, Haskins looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Going quickly here to Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jamie Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Now it's Haskins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here we go with Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Going to be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again here with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw on 3rd down. Eason, he'll go up top here for Hamler. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.